Ladies and gentlemen out there, this is Artie Lang. This is disgusting. Everybody's too nice now. We're all so nice, aren't we? But the thing is, we're not nice. Secretly, we're mean. That's essentially the show. It is funny. I cannot be a bigger just blob of nothingness and negativity. Party time. You want to get a little limbo dance going? Come on, I'll do it. The third person at the table was the bottom of my stomach. With hair and paleness and stretch marks. American nightmare. Weight like a spider. And this talks about every controversial subject you can imagine.
Shock jock Artie Lang on Media Day. Can't be with that sweet stuff. Nah.
Smack the sugar right out of you. Hey, what's up, guys? The Artie Quitter podcast is back on. We're going to wrap up the week. Great week, man. It was a great week. Like I said, we'll do Monday through Thursday here, and then we're going to put together Friday, so there's some original content. We're going to put together like a best of show. But Joe Matarese is back with me. Joey, good to see you again.
I'm glad to be here,
the
man.
Great Chris Cotton.
As I stutter.
Chris was here Monday.
Hey,
I got to take care of some personal stuff, and Chris is back.
Yeah, I had to fuck my wife.
You better, man. You don't want someone else knocking on the door.
I'll be honest with you. I walked in, gave her one good one, and there was a lot of sleeping.
Dude, I know the feeling. I know the feeling, man. But yeah, you're doing the right thing. Because you know what, Joe? What the fuck are you doing? Joe is just leaning over. Wait, the volume that much of a problem?
It is.
What
I'm just trying to figure out.
That entire thing was about the volume.
We realized something. Joe has to sit where I'm sitting, so he's
maybe he
comfortable.
does.
No, this is where I was yesterday.
I don't want to make a bad fat joke, but I can't see New York.
Listen, I'm not arguing with you.
I'm kidding. I'm enormous. But anyway, Chris is here because Chris is a great African American comic. He came into.
You say African American one more time.
He came into the room.
Say black guy.
He came
Let's
into
go with that. I feel like I have the low mic again.
I'm
What
all
is
about
it?
black.
Is it me?
dude.
It sounds exactly like everybody, right?
Yeah, dude, it sounds like everybody.
I'm
man.
crazy.
You sound great.
Yeah,
I'm
Joe,
crazy.
You think I'm doing that on purpose or something?
That'd be hilarious if you lower Joe's mic.
What the fuck?
Keep me at an 8. Keep
Well,
me at
that's
4.
gonna happen now. But anyway, my doorman right on top of it lets Chris up without telling anybody. And as Chris walked in, I said something
didn't
so
say shit to
racist.
him.
I said something so racist. Did you hear the racist thing?
No, I was muttering.
I was wondering whether I should bring it up, but I said something. Did you hear the racist thing? I
No.
said? Oh,
When was this?
You heard it. Flipping heard it.
Say, what was it?
I said. Well, Greer Barnes was supposed to be on the show too.
Yeah, I heard that.
And Greer, another African American comic.
I swear to God, if you say African American.
Well, I'm doing it to make up for what I'm about to say.
Oh, okay.
Another black guy. One of my favorite comedians ever, and he's the first comedian guest, not co-host, that was going to come on, and he canceled today late, and Chris was late. I thought Chris was not coming because it was like 1 o'clock, and I'm like, Chris isn't here. And right before Chris walks in 2 feet from me, I said, do they want us to think differently about their race?
Okay, I did hear that. I didn't know what it was in context to. I thought we
I didn't have to bring it up.
I thought we were talking about the Latin movie. I didn't know.
I'm bringing it up to calm everybody down, and he didn't even fucking hear it.
How long you think that stereotype has been in existence? The late black guy.
Well, I'm not
Or
exactly
black girl.
Mr. On Time, so it's like. But you didn't hear that?
I heard it.
You heard it, but you know what I was
the
talking about.
context was.
Shit.
Fuck. It felt. I mean, it is what it is.
Who started it?
I mean,
I don't know.
being honest with you.
Some late guy. I don't know.
Some late guy.
They just pissed off.
I
after
think
a while.
broads, in general, black, white, whatever, are the latest group of people. Women in general.
I used to
are
say
just
it-
so fucking late.
But-
Anyway, I apologize for that comment.
But black people never get offended by it either. Like you could say that all day
some of them
long.
do.
Do they? Not about the lateness.
If I was early, I'm usually an early guy. But I hate when I am late. It fucking annoys me because I hate fucking being late.
No, listen. Again, comics in general, it's got nothing to do with race in the comedian world. We're very non-functional in a lot of ways, And if you're funny, like Greer Barnes is an example of a guy who's so fucking talented. And just
G.
in the young guys call him Uncle G. Well, the young black guy. Again, they think of a cool thing. I call him Greer, and you got the black guys think of a cool carnivores type.
Uncle G.
Uncle G.
But he, is really, really a brilliant comic in a laid-back way. He's like the smartest, most brilliant pothead you're ever going to meet. Smokes a lot of weed. I think he's pretty open about that. But, he's a guy who, I wanted to interview to see if he thinks that affected his career. Because he's a great actor. He's charismatic, good-looking guy. I think he has 38 children. He's the Antonio Cromartie of the stand-up world. But he's one of the first comics I ever. When I first came into New York to try comedy, it was in like 91 or 90. Well, first time I did it was 87, but I started coming into New York, and the first. I don't know if you did this similar thing. And Chris, I know you hang out at the clubs. You get a lot. Chris is really far ahead for your age. I mean, Chris opened for me.
I'm a failure.
Well, you're young. You're not old enough.
Right?
You're not old enough to be
not
old enough to be a failure yet. But the Chris opened for me at a theater with like over 1,000 people and destroyed. I think you're farther ahead than a lot of guys your age.
Were you neurotic backstage?
I was like, well, it's always with a new guy. You're like, I don't know how it's going to be.
But I know I'm the kind of guy that when like a black guy's going on before me killing.
Oh,
this is another positive racist. I'm like, fuck.
That's hard to follow a funny black guy.
I like a fucking really dry woman who just goes on before me. She's just like, hi, everybody. Like, that's the best.
Right.
But the fucking
Wendy
happy black
Liebman.
guy.
You want Wendy Liebman to open.
Exactly. It's perfect.
I just did a guest spot at your show at Helium. Did that piss you off?
Well, I was thinking how dumb I was. He showed up at my show at Helium, and I think Todd Glass told me to do this, so I started doing it when guys do guest spots. I put him on after the middle act, which is the guy who goes second and does like 30.
Right.
So put the guest spot who does 6 minutes after him, so when you go up to do your 45 to an hour, it doesn't seem stretched out as much.
Oh, okay.
So I'm thinking this is genius, but I'm forgetting it's the happiest black guy on earth.
No, you made a
Cotton.
good point. The happiest negative comedian.
Yeah.
Like a lot of like Chris has the negative comedian attitude, but it doesn't depress him, which is very key. That's key because a lot of guys let it get to you. Laugh about like, life sucks. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I'm taking a nice whipping in life right now.
You're like, I fucked my wife once and I fell asleep.
Hey, I'm $30 in the hole. Hey, we'll figure it out. Let's move on with this podcast.
Exactly. No,
that's funny.
listen, it's a very, very
That's
sensitive
sad.
issue nowadays with the race, and I'm trying.
I don't think so.
I'm trying to address it. Yeah.
People are idiots.
By the way, when my friends from high school hear me say African American, they're all going to punch me.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You mentioned Todd Glass. We were talking about outlaws before and comics. Todd has one of the funniest, most offensive jokes ever.
Which one?
The karma joke about rape.
I don't know.
One,
How do I not know it?
The one where he goes,
Sounds good.
I love meeting a cute young girl at a bar who tells you that bullshit cute young girl thing, like, I really believe in karma. This way, later on in the night when I'm raping her, I could go, you must have done something really bad to deserve that.
That's funny.
It's called classic humor right there.
It's even funnier that he came out as a gay guy probably after he wrote that bit. That was back when he was in the closet.
Todd came out.
Yeah, he came out.
That was way back when he was in the closet.
That was a deep-rooted rape in the closet bit.
He's an
Came up with.
odd-looking gay guy. There's nothing gay about it. He looks like Fred Flintstone. He does a bit about the fact that do you know
the
Todd
most
is?
non-gay gay
Chris,
guy.
I've only met him briefly, once.
Yeah.
He's nice. He was nice though.
This is
He's
how
a good guy. Good guy.
This is how stereotypical I am with my racism. I used to.
Well, you're from Philly.
She's now the last podcast. You go. I say names. You got to say names. I don't know if this guy is out.
You don't have to. No, I'm kidding.
Don't say his name because I don't know if
Well,
this
if you
comedian
don't know
is
if he's out, then don't say his name.
Oh,
Okay.
you can't out him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I could write it down on a piece of paper.
Well,
for
go
you.
ahead. I'm not going to say it, though. But how is it
All right.
going to affect your story?
It does affect the story.
Yeah,
First name
don't
really-
say it.
Is he out?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
don't say it. No, don't say it.
No, he's not officially.
He's not
I don't
out.
think he's officially out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know he's not. I've
Yeah,
heard
he's not right.
Yeah.
But
But everybody knows.
his friends
Oh,
know.
it's so
friends know and
the
every
world
comedian.
knows it, but no one
Yeah,
knows.
yeah.
No one knows.
The only hint I give people is the first name Joe wrote down before
Well,
the last name scared the shit
I guess
out
I
of
don't need the name for the story, but I actually thought he wasn't gay,
Right.
and my girlfriend before I was married was like, he's so gay, and I go, he's not. And she goes, what makes you think he isn't gay? And this was my reason. I go, he beat me at basketball.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She goes, you are an idiot.
Yeah.
That's the dumbest Jersey guy thing I've ever heard you say.
Well, I was at the Nets Celtics game last night at the Barclays Center, and let me say this: all the Nets look like they're gay. Oh my God! I bet the fucking Nets. We have a comedian friend, Russ Maneve, who has the best connect at the Barclays Center. And Joe, of course, didn't go because he made $75 doing a spot.
I know, you got to slam me about that.
Oh, my God. Joe, explain. Joe couldn't come. This chick runs the Barclays Center, basically, and she got me and Danny in a Sixers game, Chicago Dan Salado, the producer, in a Sixers-Nets game. Sixers only scored 70 points. It was like they were missing layups. But we got courtside the Jay-Z seats because it was such a shitty, and they put me on the Jumbotron and shit. And then this game last night was the Celtics, who are also having a shitty year, and they got us in a private box, like 4 of us in a box for 15 people.
You had your own box.
Private suite. So Joe could have gone. He was invited, but he said, I got a headlining spot. Where you think you're going to make, a few grand? So here's what happened.
Well, did you? No, do that thing you always do when you go to the another.
Joe, your thoughts.
Joe, your thoughts.
Joe, your thoughts.
Tell me. I'm wondering if you would agree with me. This is good that we have Chris, who's another comic here. Mm-hmm. This is what the email says, and I can't say the club because I work there a lot. I'm friendly with the owners, and we laughed about it in the emails because I told the guy that I tried to say it in a nice way. You confused me in the email because it said, "Can you close Wednesday? Can you close our show Wednesday night?" What would you think that means?
Well, closing. Yeah, with some people it might mean
headline,
actually
right?
Close up with the chef and the
close the show.
It means
A
headline.
year ago, I would have been sure they wanted me to work a waiter shift. I would have been.
No, listen. It means I would think it means, going on last, but at the same time, not necessarily. I don't think it would mean headline money necessarily.
But it would
you,
mean-
Chris, assume that?
Depending on the club, you kind of know.
It's a club that, like, on Wednesday
that?
nights, they do these shows that I headline them a lot, like the last minute, too. And it was like a week ago, he contacted me. You want to close the show Wednesday night? I go, yeah. So I'm thinking it means headline. So I show up, and then as soon as I get there, he's like, all right, everybody do 25 minutes. And that's when I go, this is how dumb I am. I go, awesome. I don't have to do an hour? This is great. And
What
then
did you think you were going to get?
And then and then I actually, all within seconds, I went, fuck. That means I'm making $75.
You know what it's like? Bucks. It's like in Goodfellas when Pesci thinks he's going to get made.
Yeah.
And he walks in that room and just goes, fuck. That last second, he's like, 25. You go, yeah, we're going to get, fuck.
That's exactly it.
Well, you know what?
I wish you had a gunshot
And I got a
sound.
call. I got a call from the owner. Said, listen, he's gone. And there's nothing we can do about it. He got $75. He got $75. We could only give him $75, and there's nothing we can do about it.
So dead on.
$75. And what's the matter? They only gave him $75. They only gave Joe $75. He thought he was getting headline money. Motherfucker. We had to stand by and take it. It was real grease bullshit.
Sad part is, I'm sitting here like, who gave him $75?
I know. You're thinking that's not bad.
I paid you more to open. I hope.
Oh yeah.
Sadly,
you gotta give me. I'm generous with openers.
you're great.
Yeah, but you do a good job with me, and you do. I mean, both of you guys are awesome. But so what? So you got 70. We FaceTime Joe from the private suite.
Was it gorgeous?
And he told,
I'm in the kitchen of the club and
It's
I see
like Jay-Z
FaceTime on my
type
phone. And then I just see Russ going, "You fucking loser," and I see Artie just kind of sticking his head in. And
my enormous head.
Do you remember what you said? I remember what you said.
What did I say?
You go, "I would have paid you double that to not go."
I would have said, "I'll give you $150 to come to the game."
How was the spread there? What was it looking like? They have a nice setup there?
Yeah, was there
They
food in there?
have Danny, Salado, he's been with me a couple times. It is like fit for a king. You could tell Jay-Z was involved. There's like crystal all over the place. The buffet, the VIP buffet, and there's a 40-40 club in there. You know, Jay-Z's clubs. And It's like the best wedding you've ever been to in your life. It's like a royal wedding. Shrimp cocktail, sushi, prime rib, filet mignon, beautiful cheeseburgers on like a brioche bun.
And you got that again this time?
Yeah.
And they had food in the suite on top of it?
The suite, yeah, we asked for food. They brought a dessert cart to the suite.
For free.
Danny took a picture of it.
For free.
You know what, Dan? Tweet out.
You got to tweet that picture.
Tweet out a picture of the.
Oh, my God.
That's what they brought to the fucking private suite.
That is ridiculous.
Tweet out a picture of that.
So did you fall off a diet you're on when you do this, or is this like a cheat day to you?
Well, I was gambling the diet. I was close to,
How much
close
did you
to
eat?
falling off everything.
How much did you eat?
Well, here's the thing. I got type 1 diabetes, so
what does that mean? You have to stay away from?
My blood sugar was... Diabetes is the most confusing fucking disease because on some days, a Twinkie will save your life. On other days, it'll kill you. You got it. Sometimes you need sugar. Sometimes you
walk
gotta
the
check
line.
it.
Right. So my blood sugar was real low. I took some insulin, which means, okay, now I got the okay to eat, but of course, I overdo it like everything else. I had prime rib. I had 3 of the cheeseburgers with a brioche bun. You can't have carbs.
Full size, not sliders.
No, there was like sliders.
Okay.
A little bigger than sliders. But you're not supposed to stay away from the carbs.
They're Steve Carlton sliders.
Yeah,
I have the hardest dick that I possibly could have right now.
This sounds incredible. Is there a bar in this?
You were fucking your wife. I was fucking a brioche bun.
Oh, jeez, I would have loved that.
And top shelf liquor.
Top shelf liquor.
Top shelf liquor. What was
Everything except the tip is on the house.
What was Russ
All on
drinking?
the cuff.
Russ was drinking bourbon, of course, right?
Russ
He had to
had
be having
Maker's
bourbon.
Mark.
Maker's
Russ is the
Mark.
nicest guy, but after a few Makers, he gets a little biting.
He gets nasty, right?
He was, and that's what he was with the FaceTime. With Joe.
Oh, but he was
really,
being funny on the face.
No, but he was really.
What was he saying about? It wasn't Drambuie. What was he saying about? I don't care what
Drambuie stinks.
with the one that with coffee.
Chris, excellent point. No, Bailey's Irish. He
I
said
don't care
people
what
make.
anyone says about Bailey's. I'm going to drink it because I love it.
Well, he said Bailey's. He said Bailey's people make fun of. I said no one makes fun of Bailey's.
Bailey's is sour.
I
Irish
love
coffee.
Bailey's after like a dinner or something.
Yeah, it's like Irish coffee.
It's dessert.
Doesn't make
That's
any
a
sense.
dessert. Yeah, it's not what you're hanging out drinking.
That's sad when you're like, I got to drink, but I'm done drinking. Give me a dessert liquor. You know, you got a fucking problem.
But of course, I got to ruin the night. Everything was free, but I lost $5,000 on the fucking nets.
Yeah, all you would have had to do to have a good time, because you're probably at a financial level. Like if you bet like $750 and lost it, it wouldn't probably hurt you. You would
Yeah,
be in a
but
bad mood
I might
now.
as well not bet. That's the thing.
You need to
That's
feel
the thing.
something.
I need. You know, you're not understanding Degenerate Gambling. I need the juice. I need the action.
Right.
You know what I mean? I need to know. I was more of a problem gambler before I made money because I would, when I had $500 in my name, I would put $1,000 on the game.
Right.
So it really could affect my life.
I'm told Norm Macdonald has gone completely broke 3 times from gambling.
You know what? I hung out with Norm a bunch of times over the years, and we did a lot of gambling. I never knew him to go broke. Maybe
he lied on a podcast. I heard him interviewed. He said he bet more than he went completely to zero a couple different times in his life, and that's what excites him.
Well, we had Norm and I opened for Norm. When Dirty Work came out, MGM sent us on the road. We played like 10 cities, and I opened for him. And they couldn't pay us because it was promotion for the movie, but it was first-class flights and Ritz-Carltons in 4 Seasons in every city. And we played Phoenix, St. Louis, Atlanta, everywhere. And it was in June. The NBA Finals were on. It was Utah. It was 98 NBA Finals. It was Utah Jazz versus the Bulls.
I remember that. That was a great series.
Okay, so that's when we got introduced to lightning bets. Lightning bets are the heroine of degenerate gambling, man. Okay, here's a lightning bet.
Yeah, how's it go?
Here's an under-over. An under-over is the total number of points in a game. Say a basketball game's under-over is 180, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the total points between the two teams
Right.
is 180. You bet under or over.
Right.
If it goes over 180, you win if you bet the over. If it goes under 180 and you bet the over, you lose.
Right.
And, of course, the opposite's true if you bet the under. All right. What a lightning bet is, every point.
Is this your name for it, or is this
No.
what it's
This
called?
was introduced to us by a bookie.
Okay.
What a lightning bet is every point over 180, if you bet the over, you win whatever you bet. So Norm used to bet $1,000 a point. He would bet a dime on the lightning bet. So, okay.
Oh, you put a number on that.
Right.
Okay.
I would bet 500. That's
Okay.
as high as I can go. Okay, but let's use 1,000. It's a more even number to use. So that means, say they hit 180 with like 6 minutes left in the game. Every basket, you win $2,000. Every basket.
Right.
I'm going to say that again, guys. Every fucking basket. Every layup, except the foul shot, which is 1 point.
So you want always go over, too.
Fucking... No.
There's no under lightning bet.
Of course
there is.
there
is. Okay.
Because every point it's under 180, you win that. Okay.
Right.
So, in other words, a guy hits a three-pointer, you win $3,000. Yeah. So if you pay...
You're going fucking wild.
By the way, that's Joe Namath. When he said the team is struggling to that chick he kissed, he goes, play that.
I couldn't care less about the team struggling.
So here I am. That's good, James. So say you lightning bet the over 1,000. Every basket, this is what you say. Yeah. 3-pointer, it's good. You get retarded. You get goofy. You lose your cool.
God, I would be so happy.
You lose your cool because you won $3,000.
But if it's going the other way.
Okay, now here's my point. Now, Chris, you're getting into Artie Lang's leg. I lightning bet a nickel, $500.
Right.
Here's the thing about losing. Every point it goes over, you win 1,000. If you lose, you still got to pay the vig. Every point it goes under, you lose $1,100.
Whoa.
A vig is a
Explain
tax. A
this.
vig is
Okay.
a tax for
Right.
losing.
Yeah. So the vig just keeps going up. It's,
It's
like you're
basically-
anteing a whole bunch of
No,
times.
no, you're wrong. It's like
All right,
talking
I'm an
about, it's
idiot.
like talking to a fucking broad.
I mean, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
I know, because you're a man.
I'm an ADD chick.
You're a guinea from Philly, dude. You know what
I'm sitting here like this is like I'm like if I had money,
don't get into
I
this,
want
Chris,
to
please.
get involved.
I'll feel too guilty.
Who do I talk to about lightning bet? I got $75.
I know a guy named Bobo in Staten Island. All right, listen.
Bobo.
All right, listen.
All right.
Okay. What a vig is, for every $1,000, it's 100. It basically guarantees the bookie's going to always be up money. It's a tax for losing. So even if you win, the other losers who bet with them who lose, with the vig, they're always going to end up money. Every point it goes under, you lose 1,100, not 1,000. You only win 1,000.
Oh, I got you.
Okay. So I lightning bet the over in game either 5 or 6, Jazz Bulls in the 98 finals. The last game. Mm-hmm. I lightning bet $500 a point. So now it's half the vig. You lose $550. Okay? Mm-hmm. For every thing. I lightning bet the over 500 a point in the lowest scoring game in the history of the NBA postseason. Michael Jordan and the fucking Dennis Rodman and the dickhead defense of those amazing Bulls held the Jazz to, I'm going to say they scored 50 points. The Jazz.
What?
It was such
in
a
like
shitty,
the,
weird,
you remember, right?
Yeah, it was a
you
great,
look up that
shitty
score.
game.
Final game of the Jazz Bulls in 98.
And what did they win by? Did they destroy them?
They won. They scored 80 points.
Okay, so they didn't do like incredible.
Average. It was average
They
and
did
below
average.
So like do the math. So the over was about 185. It totaled about 130 something. So do the math.
Oh my God.
Every like 50 times $550. I lost like 30 grand.
In one game.
In one game.
Did you try to win it back in the next game and bet an
That's
insane
it. I
amount?
started chasing it.
Did you lose more?
I ended up cutting because then we ended up going to we played Vegas and then we went to a casino and Norm had a system in craps.
Everybody has a system. Everything.
Craps is always the one.
Well, craps is the best odds in the house.
Yeah.
If you know how to play craps and Norm had this system where you bet against the roller. You always bet the don't pass, so you're betting against the guy with the dice.
And what's more fun? I'm thinking is what's more fun for a comic too than to be hanging out with a comic that you love, right? And gambling, which you love, all at the same time. Jesus Christ, that must have been incredible.
This was insanely fun.
And he was like a funny gambler, I bet. When he got mad, he'd still crack you up, right?
Oh God, yeah. It was funnier when he lost.
I can't do gambling.
It was funnier when he lost.
It's like when I started taking meds, you were like, dude, it was funny watching you lose your shit.
Yeah.
What do you mean
It
Angry
going
Joe?
wrong for me was
You're
funny.
still funny.
Is Angry Joe fun?
Wait, I think I like them.
I would love it. I got all these
Comics
angry friends.
loved me angry because I would get as close
87,
to you
86.
could getting the shit kicked out of you.
87,
From the
87. Check out the
hecklers.
game.
Yeah, because
5.
Jordan hit the winning. He did the push off. That was the push off when he crossed over.
And he should have ended his
pushed,
career on
and
it.
he
So the
smashed
total
it.
was about 170. Both of them totaled to like 170. And I had the under was like 198 points or something. Ugh. So 28 times 550. Right.
So you're safe if you bet the under from this, or you're still not safe?
No, if you bet the under, you're
won.
safe.
Yeah. But the odds,
I'd be afraid to ever bet over for the chance of that happening.
But usually you get the over in basketball.
Right, okay.
You would usually get.
So
the
they're always in the
depending
160s.
on the teams.
It was in like the one. So 28. This is what I lost that day. 550 times 28. 550 times 10 is 5,500.
14 grand.
Double that is 11,000. Then we go to 16. I lost $15,400.
I can clear out. God. I can clear out my debt and a few other people that I know with that much money. That's sad. Like that's how low my debt is, but that's also how much the little bit of money.
So
I make.
I want to get back to the $5,000 you bet last night. So is that enough?
I lost 5,500.
Is that enough if you win that you actually get a buzz off?
It's a little
it?
exciting.
It's a little, but not much.
It is.
What's a good pop for you? Like in a loss. What's a good loss pop?
I don't know. At this
where you
point,
feel it. It's like ooh.
In one weekend of football, if I lost 25 G's, that would be bad. 30 G's. Well, yeah, there was a poker. I won't say where this was. It was a private club in L.A. in Beverly Hills, and every Thursday night they had a private poker game. And it wasn't Hold'em. It was more like draw and stud, which I loved. I'm not a Hold'em guy because every jerk off and their mother plays Hold'em. Ben Affleck plays Hold'em on Bravo Network, so every asshole queer bait has to play.
Was it like that scene on Ocean's 11?
Yeah, I'm saying I like draw and the stud stuff, like the 7-card stud. So that's what this game was, and it's when I was doing the sitcom with Norm. I was making $35,000 a week on the Norm show. I lost $38,500. I lost $42,500 in a poker game. On a Thursday night, I left at 6 a.m.
It's always till 5 or 6.
Yeah, I left at 6 a.m. I was down 42.5.
You don't even get tired.
That's
insane.
I don't see how people spend that much money on anything in one sitting.
Well, I guess if you have it, you just go. Like, was that at a time where 42,000 was like an insane, depressing amount?
It always is. I don't have money. Listen, because of that lifestyle, I don't have the money I should have.
Is there a number that if you lose, you go, dude, I'm done. I'm done gambling now.
I don't know.
Like
man.
if you had a really,
I lost 6 figures in one weekend, I'd be like, I gotta stop.
I'm done.
What was the number that made you quit the first time?
Well, there wasn't one exact thing. It was like but it was just a series of shit luck where I go, wow, this can't be happening. Like I would bet the over in football games and half the score would be like 3-2. Like stuff that just didn't happen in football games. There'd be a safety and a field goal, and the other over would be 53 in a Denver Browns game. Elway and Kosar, and it's like 3-2.
So you're like, did you see that movie 29th Street with Danny Aiello?
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Would they call that guy Mush? You're like Mush.
No.
The Cooler was the other one.
I
on the
won
same
quite
topic.
a bit.
You see the Cooler?
Yeah, the Cooler's cool, but the Mush is with the name. The Mush is also in Bronx Tale.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of then.
Coffee cake.
Coffee cake. Maybe Mush is in that
They
movie.
put him in the bathroom.
Doesn't he? Like he just walks by the table bad.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
and
that's funny. Yeah, when they put it.
But the Cooler was a real thing in the old days. Like Vegas guys, wise guys who ran the hotels in Vegas really thought there'd be people like if they were around, people would lose. So they'd pay guys to stick around so people would lose.
You know what's funny?
What if that was your calling and you didn't know it? That you were a professional
Make
cooler.
good money. That's a great William H. Macy part. And Alec Ball was great in that movie. Actually, we can recommend that. The Cooler. Check it out.
I'm pretty good, like in the sense of my friends, because I got friends who gamble. When they bring me with them, they win. But if I gamble, I fucking lose.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a loser when I gamble, but I'm a good stand there and you'll win with me.
Broads are cool. Well, listen.
I got tits. That's probably.
Me too. Talk about funny. Norm, I had the dice in Atlanta. This was in Atlantic City. After a gig, I had the dice at the craps table, and Norm did the don't pass thing. He was betting against me. $10,000 $10,000 a pop.
You're watching.
I won. I rolled 3 sevens in a row. Ooh. Never. He lost $30,000 in about 14 seconds.
Oh.
I never rolled 2 sevens in a row. I rolled 3 sevens in a row. And Norm's holding his stomach after he loses 30 grand. He goes, good job, man. And then the pit boss comes over and goes, guys, would you like to offer you a steak in the restaurant? And I'm like, steak. Not like a $30,000 steak. Art, why don't you have the steak? I think you'd like the steak better. He's holding it like his ulcer. I think Art would like the steak better than me. $30,000. Did I get potatoes with the steak?
I'm almost wishing I was a degenerate gambler
Man,
so I could hang with Artie and do
I
it
had
with
one
him.
night
Because it would be so fun and so depressing all at the
I'm
same
sorry, it
time.
wasn't even. It was a night. It was. We went to AC. Me and my friends. This is like out of high school. I'm in college.
Yeah.
I had like money I saved up through high school working bullshit jobs.
Right.
And I had like $1,000 in my savings account. And I had like $200 in my regular account that I could spend. I went in. I started playing roulette, and I don't know what came over me. Next thing you know, everybody lost. Everybody lost that day.
Yeah.
And they went home. Everybody's like, I lost 203. And they know me. I'm a person who, like, I don't lose my shit about money. I don't fucking spend. They was like, how much you lose, Chris? I was like, I don't want to talk about it. It was like, you didn't lose that much. What you lost, like 100? I was like, I lost 500. It was like, you don't spend five. Like, you're not.
If you don't have it, man, yeah.
Five fucking. I was like, no one believed me. I was like, fuck y'all. I don't lie. I lost fucking 500.
Yeah.
I didn't gamble for like 4 years.
To degenerate gamblers, some guys go, that's not a lot of money. If you got 200 in the bank, 500 is a lot of money or whatever. But, yeah, so
Save it.
it is, you don't want to be a degenerate gambler, but the best is when they offer you the steak. There's stories about Michael Jordan would lose 800 grand at the poker tables. 800 grand in a night, supposedly.
Oh, yeah.
And they'd give him an $80,000 watch. And he would tip the waitress, he would tip with the watch. He'd give her the watch.
Give it right back.
I don't know if that's true.
That's hilarious.
There's great stories where he loses 800 grand, they give him $80,000 watch. He goes, you take this. Jordan had those great, before one of the finals, there was, Jordan was, they worried about his gambling being a problem. And one of the interviewers said to him before the game, he's got like the $10,000 suit on. He got the sunglasses before he goes out and takes someone's soul on the fucking court. They said, "Are you a problem gambler?" And he goes, "Well, to me, a problem gambler is someone who bets money that their kids are going to eat with." He goes, "I assure you, my kids eat very well."
It's true.
One of the kids who was in a golf commercial with Jordan. They did about 5 of them. It was a series. I don't know if you remember him. This, not a kid. He was a short adult. He looked weird because he was really short, like in between midget and regular.
You got to come up with a word for that.
Creepy
what it's
stature.
called.
He just is creepy.
Yeah.
Perfect horror movie.
Well,
hype.
fidget, right? Or whatever.
Fidget? Is that what it's called?
So the joke would always be, he said you had 4 hours with Jordan, and the clock started ticking when you pick him up at the hotel. The director had 4 hours to shoot with Jordan. So everybody else that's in the commercial would have to get there at 4 a.m. and do everybody's close up. They get it out of the way. Mm-hmm. So when he got there, he just shot all him. And he said that the director, and the directors of those commercials made a boatload of money. In between shots, while they were setting up, they were on a golf course shooting at a real golf course, and Jordan's, chipping with the director closest to the pin, And the director says to him, "Hey, you want to gamble? You want to put some money on this?" Joking around. Yeah. And he said Jordan looked at him dead serious with those eyes and went, "Whatever scares you, man." and the guy giggled at first, but then realized Jordan was not kidding.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "Oh no, I'm kidding. Let's get to the next shot."
He means business.
He said, "Oh, whatever scares you, man."
He looked into those black eyes. He was like, "Oh, this is not good."
There's some things like in interviews, like the coolest thing. Like he goes, "I assure you, my kids eat very well." Another great thing like that is Frank Sinatra's getting interviewed by someone on, I think it was 60 Minutes in the 70s, and the guy said on 60 Minutes says to Sinatra, "What do you think of when you hear that Charles Manson says if he ever gets out of prison, he's going to kill celebrities like you and Elizabeth Taylor and Tony Bennett?" And Sinatra cuts him off and goes, "Let him out." Let him out. And it was such a I think the interview was like, okay, like the same thing. Like, all right, I get what you mean.
You know what's funny about entertainers? People forget that these motherfuckers come from somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, people forget, like, you don't know people's past. Like,
Right.
That's the best when you see hit these stories of entertainers.
These weren't
whip
born
somebody's ass.
rich.
It's
Like
fucking
most of them were not. They come from the shit, you know, and
it's fucking
they
great.
know street stuff. Like Quincy Jones was one of the best human beings, most interesting human beings I ever met in my life. He produced Mad TV. And I had about 7 conversations with him in 2 years. The most fascinating. This is a street guy who happens to be a musical genius. All he liked talking about was pussy, and he was a street smart guy, like what you're talking about. He's not a Beverly Hills guy. You know, his kids are, but he's not. And you got the idea, like, you're just the most street smart guy on top of being a musical genius, you know.
That gotta be fun meeting somebody who's just like a piece of shit. Like, who grew up like, oh no, I sold crack.
Right.
But I know my shit.
Well, a lot of those, like, I guess Jay-Z and 50 Cent, they're the real deal, right? Yeah.
Well, 50 and Jay,
That corner of stories they tell, you know.
they got a lot of stories.
All right, so listen, we said yesterday you guys could take phone calls or make phone calls and leave some voice. How long did we do? What's the segment? How long was this?
35.
Let's play a couple of phone calls.
Oh, you want to do them first?
Yeah.
Now, what are these?
I gave out the number yesterday to leave a voicemail. If people wanted to leave voicemails. So we got a bunch of them, which is cool. A lot of people seem to be listening. Here's a couple of choice voicemails that we got last night from the listeners.
Okay, this guy's from Jersey.
All right.
Hey, Artie. Kid from New Jersey. I was one of the last callers on the DirecTV show, and I want to be one of the first callers on the new podcast. Good luck to you. Sounds good so far, and I'll be seeing you at the Starland Ballroom later this month. Bye.
That's
the most
it?
unentertaining.
that was
that
the
one?
worst fucking.
That was the best
I was
of?
expecting, like, is he going to
What
have an
happened to the
N-bomb?
ones I
Where's
heard
the N-bomb?
before?
What, my grandmom didn't leave one?
We heard some funny ones before.
I'm just going in order.
Oh, I thought you had it edited down. It was a little...
No, we didn't edit them all.
Jesus Christ.
I'm
That
waiting
was
for him to go.
so mundane.
Fucking cunt! Nothing.
This one's more like what you're looking for.
Please.
Who's this?
Artie, you fat bitch.
Yeah,
This
that
is
kind of
Alex
starts.
Stoner. What up, man? Dude, you were looking fatter than ever and sweatier than ever. And you got to shave, man. And fuck, man, you look like shit. You almost look as bad as that fucking comedy special when you were wearing that jacket on top of that fucking shirt. And
That's
you're
every
sweating to
skit.
your stomach. Yeah, dude, you need to change, man. You need to lay down on the fucking cigarettes and the fucking Jack Daniels and switch over to some good weed, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, man, this is Alex Stoner, so just wanted to let all your viewers know that you guys suck fucking balls. And Artie, dude, listen to fucking weight, you fat ass. All right, peace, man.
You gotta pause them. That guy thinks we do some visual thing. He's like, you guys look, you're viewers. You don't view a podcast, stupid.
Well, the guy's clearly almost retarded, but he's very, very entertaining.
Oh, he's very
he was good.
entertaining. That's what,
I don't even know how you get that cadence. Like, I want that cadence to
Well,
tell jokes.
smoking weed, like the weed. He's not one of those guys, like, you know, who you go to high school with, who has the weed laugh, like the.
I love that guy.
And they don't know how to stop laughing. All right, Alex Stoner was a winner.
and he also said, you that special where you wear the shirt with
that
the
was-
jacket.
A shirt and a jacket.
That's every special. What are you talking about? Is there one where you wore just a tank top?
Especially when you wore the clothes,
Yeah,
man.
Dude, that special where you had socks on. What the fuck is your problem? Your ankles look so fat. Your ankles look so fat. Alex the Stoner. What's his day like? Jesus Christ. That guy's giving us life criticism. Alex the Stoner. That special where you had hair. What are you, a fucking weirdo?
Do you know him from DirecTV, or he's just he's a new one?
That's a new guy.
Remember that special when you talked into the mic?
That special where you had jokes. You know that special you did where there was an audience? What are you, a fucking pathetic, needy loser? Like you need an audience to get laughs? You know that special where you got paid for doing stand-up? What are you, a fucking pathetic loser? What What kind of pathetic loser are you?
Oh, man.
I mean, you are fat. You're looking fatter than ever. You're looking sweatier than ever. You're just a loser. You know that special where you had shoes on? Like, oh, I got shoes on. Like, I'm a fucking winner. You're not a winner. You're a loser. With shoes on.
Alex the Stoner.
Alex the Stoner. You're in there with your friends, the comedians. They're losers.
I think today I'm going to do an Alex the Stoner hashtag on Twitter.
Oh, he's doing hash. Yeah, he put the hash in hashtag. We got anything else? No. That was a good one.
Hey, Artie. This is Gonzo, and I wanted to tell you that I've been doing some research into your podcast, and I found some really interesting podcasts that are hundreds of downloads ahead of yours. Snooki from Jersey Shore. She's ranked higher than your podcast by about 500. Ben Franklin has a podcast. I'm not even shitting you. Ask Woman, featuring Marini Keenings and Kristen Coney. Their podcast is ranked higher. And there's this guy named Joel Osteen, a minister. His podcast.
Oh, I know about Joel Osteen.
That makes sense.
Has over 100,000 more downloads than yours.
Yeah, well, Joel Osteen makes
But none
sense.
of them charge. So
yeah, that's
just want to let you know. And then the other shithead from Jersey Shore, his podcast is way higher. So I don't know, Artie.
Is he trying to be funny or serious?
No, I think he's being serious.
He's serious. Yeah, it sounds like he's making jokes.
And you're definitely better than Snooki.
He's serious. There's no way that's serious. He's got to be funny.
He's a little bit of both.
He's trying to be somewhat funny, but
I mean, his facts were accurate. You can't argue with accurate
he's just
facts.
quoting statistics.
That's what's great about charging for your podcast. How many guys are you up against? Like 3? You don't have to worry about it.
Joel Osteen. Hey, this is Alex the Stoner.
I got to listen to Snooki's podcast now that he says she has one.
Joel
What the fuck is that?
Osteen.
Oh, you really going to listen to that?
What the hell could it is? I'm fat. I got to hear what the hell that is.
Well,
It's
it's probably her just spewing out those Snookiisms. Yeah. What else we got?
Got to have some racist ones.
Hey there, Artie. This here, Cam Newton.
There you go.
You motherfucker, you racist ass motherfucker. I was gonna say that we're not gonna cover the spread of the 10.5 point, you racist motherfucker. Now, you look like a motherfucking Joey Buttafuoco donate Rush Limbaugh and dyed his hair.
He's Spanish.
Bleach motherfucking gray.
What he is.
Racist ass fat motherfucker.
He morphed into Portuguese.
We's gonna kill them motherfucking Seahawks, them bunch of white boys up in there, living up there by the ocean up there in northern West Coast, motherfuckers living by the ocean. Bill Gates, Starbucks, not knowing nothing, motherfucker. So this here Cam
I want this to be my
Newton,
ringtone.
What's the end of the ass motherfucker? I think we can't cover no motherfucking spread. We gonna win. This is my stone cold lock. Gonna say my stone cold lock is already gonna die before we beat that motherfucking Seahawks. You motherfucker are unhealthy. You fat motherfucker.
Another doctor.
Once again, this here is Cam Newton saying that.
He's Cam Newton.
Oh, this is Cam Newton. I'm sorry. I didn't get the bit.
Lose by more than 11 points. We're gonna win.
He sounds Asian.
5 points. And fat motherfucking Artie is gonna die by 5 hours before the game even starts.
I didn't get the bit.
You fat piece of shit.
Oh,
This
God.
is Cam Newton
Yeah, he
saying
never said
goodbye.
he was Cam Newton
And,
at the
Artie
beginning.
Lang, you
I
can
think-
suck my
I think he
dick,
tried to.
fat motherfucker.
He said it at the front end.
He did?
But he said Cam Lucas.
Yeah, he said it kind of weird.
He said Cam Lucas. First of all, he's morphing into different accents. Second of all,
So what do you
great
think
effort.
he really is?
I mean, how
White
many
guy,
takes?
Spanish
How many
guy?
takes do you think he did?
Yeah, there was probably practice takes.
He's with his girlfriend. Honey, tell me what you think of this character. I'm working on an original character. I'm going to call into Artie's podcast. I'm hoping maybe to get a job in comedy over there. So really, you really got to listen. Okay. This is me as Cam Newton. He's the black quarterback for the
Take one.
Take one. Hello, this is Cam Newton. And I mean, you a fat motherfucker.
Baby.
It's not working.
Honey child.
All right. What else? What else? we got?
All right, this one's kind of long, but this is from somebody who claims to know Dan.
Oh, good.
Hey there, Art. This is Dan Filato. Dan Filato's gay boyfriend. Who I
He
met
has
in
the same
Chicago.
last name as you.
He's been keeping me under wraps. I just wanted to call to give you the breaking news. I met him in Chicago at a gay bar. Right after we had some Chicago style pizza. He basically left me for you to go out there to Jersey, go on do a podcast. But this is Dan Filato, Dan Filato's boyfriend. I'm Tan Filato because I get a lot of gay tans over there in Miami. And Dan has just been, quite frankly, missing. He's my gay boyfriend, my gay husband.
We heard.
I used to butt fuck him every day in Chicago. I used to butt fuck over Chicago style pizzas. And Dan, this is Tan Salado. Took your surname, but you've been inactive ever since you went over there to be a superstar with Artie. And now you're charging $7 for a podcast, and I quite frankly has been missing you over here getting tan, and you're over there being Dan, the undercover homosexual. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention, Artie.
Thank you.
Dan Filato has been keeping me, Tan Filato, as a hidden gay secret. You know, we've been butt fucking since 2009 over there in Chicago.
His accent and his butt fucking is great.
I quite frankly would appreciate it if you paid me more attention. All right. Goodbye, Artie. Goodbye, Dan. And if you're coming back to Chicago to our gay dorm over there, Dan, you're going to find that the locks have changed. And our condo has been sold to a nice Arab couple from downtown Chicago.
Getting political.
They're going up to the north side. They got away from the south side because there's too many fags. And the irony is that you and I, Dan, are gay fags.
He's explaining irony.
And you are a fucking asshole, Dan. Go fuck yourself, Artie. You're a good man. And Dan, I fucking hate you. Once again, this is Dan Filato saying, Dan Filato, fuck you. And the locks have been changed.
This guy. All right, we got to get that guy
That was
here.
great. Yeah, that was great.
Well, first of all, the whole premise is that he's Tan Filato.
Tan Filato.
I think he was gay. I'm not sure.
I get gay tans in Miami. We've been butt fucking for 10 years.
That's not easy to do a gay Chicago accent.
I hate deep dish pizza.
Yeah, I hear that sucks, by the way.
You like deep,
my brother went to Chicago.
You like
pizza
deep.
sucks.
You like deep dish massages.
I thought you said deep dick pizza. I didn't deep dick pizza.
You want some deep dick pizza? Listen, we've been butt fucking for 10 years.
The dude who did Cam Newton, take fucking notes from Tan Filato. That's how you stick into a character. He stuck in there. He committed.
That guy sucked a dick after he hung up.
Oh, dude,
That's
he
how
sucked
committed he was.
2 dicks before he called. He was like, I got to get in the zone.
He had a cock in his mouth. This is butt fuck Filato. Tan Filato.
He should have said he was your husband or something. Why they got that same last name makes no sense.
Is there anyone
you
worth
need truth in these characters?
Is there anyone worth it
truth
to follow that before we break?
I don't know if it's worth following with any of these, but we still have some. We got more.
Yeah, we got more. All right, let's try one more before we go to break. Maybe that's a hard one to follow.
Yeah, no one's following.
I liked it. It was funny.
This one's kind of interesting.
It's like following Greer Barnes.
This one's
This is
interesting.
an odd one.
This is
sort of
odd.
And he called for sound, so I have some sound to back it up.
What do you mean he called for sound?
He suggested something off YouTube that we might want to listen to.
Oh, okay.
Hey, this is actually something that is funny that you could play on the air. Not me, but Penn State has this little campus in a place called Dubois, Pennsylvania, and they pronounce it like that. It's pronounced Dubois, but they pronounce it Dubois in the commercial.
Dubois.
Because everybody hates the French. But anyway, so Penn State on YouTube, which is public domain. You can play it on podcast or radio. But if you type in Penn State 2 words, Penn with 2 N's,
Jesus Christ.
and just put Dubois, Dubois.
We know.
And there's a couple, there's 4 videos that
Thank you for
they keep saying it. It's great. So Dan will probably have to do that because it's the internet. But Artie, love you. You're the only fucking thing that makes me laugh. So, all right, bye.
So what'd you pull?
Anyone going to Penn State, Dubois should know that it is a really friendly campus.
The class sizes here at Penn State Dubois are small enough where I know who's sitting beside me and I know who's sitting in front of me.
I'm Melanie Hatch, the Chancellor, and I would like to invite you to check out everything we have to offer at Penn State Dubois.
Penn State Dubois.
It's unbelievable
so
that
shitty.
exists.
Great. That's great.
The class sizes are so small, you sit right next to your rape victim.
Hey, listen, I don't know what I think's more surprising, Dubois or deep dick pizza. Deep dick pizza butt fucking. Yeah! Yeah! That's Dan getting butt fucked. Yeah! Deep dick pizza. Hey, Tan, why don't you fuck me?
I want to kiss you.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Tan.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tan.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Hey, the guy, if you're listening, Tan Salado, keep making those and calling. Keep making it. The guy running off all the stats for the podcast, that's a one-joke pony. We get it. But you got Joe Matarese subscribing to Snooki now. Alex the Stoner will welcome anything from him. And Cam Newton guy needs
You need work, man.
Well, he was drifting in and out of accents, which is a common mistake.
Call back with your accent tight.
Really?
I want to hear that bullshit again.
Don't call into a professional operation like this without having your accent tight. You butt fucker. You're a real deep dick butt fucker. Yeah! All right, that was fun. Fun first segment. We're going to take a break. Greer Barnes is supposed to be here, but he's not. So when we come back, actually, Matthew McConaughey has these commercials for the Lincoln Car Company out. They are hilarious. I don't know what the fuck he's saying. He's like a stoner. What? It's as if that guy Alex the Stoner got an Oscar, and they gave him $1 billion to just riff on a commercial. Like, there's no way someone wrote this shit. Like, that inexplicable Oscar speech he made. Like, that's what it is. But for a car company, he's just riffing. He's rambling on. And we got 4 of those. We're gonna play them and have some fun with them when we come back. The Artie Quitter Podcast. Chris Cotton, Joe Matarese, Chicago. Deep Dick Falado's here. The bat fucker. Behind the dish is Eddie Scazzeri. No.
Or extra salami.
James Flippin. Back after this. Hey, welcome back to the Artie Quitter Podcast. Chris Cotton, Joe Matarese, Chicago Dan Falado, butt fucker. We just found out that he has a gay lover, Tan Falado, in Chicago, who they've been butt fucking for 10 years, and he calls himself Tan Falado because he gets a lot of gay tans in Miami. Weak premise, but he worked it out. And of course, James Flippin. Real quick before we get to the Matthew McConaughey stuff, these Paris guys. It's really funny. Nothing funny about the story, but just their weird backgrounds. A lot of these guys are just kind of drifters or really fucked up people in the head, almost mentally ill. That these
Artie burps from coffee.
I've
never seen that.
That's probably from the soda and the mozzarella from before. But the guy. These guys, they recruit these guys because they're weak. They don't have a lot going on in life. And the 2 brothers they're looking for have an odd background. Brothers said to be 34. Sharif Kawachi is one of them, 32. Sharif worked as a pizza delivery driver.
Hold on, I can finish this out. He also had 2 kids.
He used cash to buy cannabis. Okay, big deal. He's also featured on French TV in 2005 while posing as a rapper. Brothers were frustrated rappers.
Islamic rap.
That's pizza delivery and frustrated rappers. That's a recipe for disaster. Before you know it, you're in Al Qaeda and you're fucking, you're shooting up a newspaper. It's really disgusting.
It's a hard jump.
They prey on these people who have no purpose in life, and they so wanna. This whole generation has grown up Never before has the great life of celebrities been dangled in the face of regular people to taunt them than the last 20 years. Magazines, every fucking newsstand you pass by, there's Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt on the cover living a perfect life in Mallorca on a yacht, and the world wasn't like that in the old days. It wasn't Entertainment Tonight or the E! Channel or 53 magazines. People went to work, they put their head down in New York, they didn't see shit like that. Now it's all over the place. So every American kid wants to, be that. There was some poll. No one wants to be a doctor, a lawyer, a cop anymore. They all want to be in show business or an athlete. That's what they want. They want that glamorous life. So these guys want purpose and they want to seem important. And some of them, when everything else fails, like a rapper, wants attention, wants to be a celebrity. Everything failed, and they go into Al Qaeda to get attention, and now they're important. Now they're being hunted, but I think there's a sickness they have where now they're famous. Now they're fucking famous,
Sad.
And this country, worships that. That's our royalty, is celebrity. When the sniper in Washington D.C., when he got caught, I was in L.A. the weekend he got caught, and I'm having lunch. at this place. There's 5 hot chicks behind me, and I was eating with my agent behind us at a table. And the sniper, who just killed, 15 people, they show him, and these girls almost in unison went, "Cute!"
No.
I swear to God. He's cute. Yeah. That's what they said. Yeah.
That's why I had to leave L.A.
It's just about celebrity.
I wouldn't be as bad here, though, as in L.A. Celebrity is mega. Dude, I used to...
Well, the whole country's becoming that way, is my point.
But L.A. was bad.
The world.
It felt like everyone was trying to get famous when you were in L.A. It's just everybody.
Right.
Like, what else could you do? Like, I mean, I'm a comic because that's all I know how to do at this point also. And plus, I want to do something regular, but I don't think I can do anything regular.
Well, the celebrity
plus
part
you
is...
don't want to do anything regular. I mean, you're good at it. You should keep doing it. But I'm saying there's a lot of people who suck and want to keep doing it because they don't want a regular job. Like Bill Maher says, yeah, I guess you want to wash dishes. I guess you want to come here and mow my lawn.
Some people love that shit. Believe it or not, there are a few
they want to
people,
own the company. They don't want to mow the lawn.
Some people who show up every day and they're like, I want to just do some mundane shit. Yeah. They want to just be under the radar and just go to work and come home.
It's getting to be less and less.
I think that's respectable. Anybody who wants to go to fucking work and just work and then go home.
I do too. Like I think we're the pussies. We're the cowards because a regular life is like a jail sentence. Let's face it. If you lead a regular life,
now we're getting to Artie's angle.
No, I'm saying if you lead a regular life, like I didn't have an education, I would have been a longshoreman loading trucks and ships. Nothing wrong with that, but it's a jail sentence. You got to go to work every day, do the same thing, same people, blah 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 blah. The college version of that is majoring in marketing in Montclair fucking State. You come out, you get a job in a cubicle where you're cold calling people, get a marketing gig. If you're lucky with a bonus, you bring home 70, maybe 60 G's, and a shitty house, a couple of kids, and it's a jail sentence. You wait to die. My buddies who did that and never left my hometown, I think they're tougher than me. I was afraid of living that jail sentence, so I had to do something else. I'm too much of a pussy to live life. I can't deal with it. I had to do something more exciting.
I agree and disagree because it's like I feel like they're tougher. They're tougher in the sense of they're too much of pussies to go out and do something. Like everybody wants to do some shit.
Yeah.
And everybody wants to do some shit. And if you're thinking, if you want to be the best fucking dishwasher in history, go out and strive to be the fucking best dishwasher.
Nobody does, though.
There's a guy.
Bullshit, motivational Tony Robbins shit. Like, be the best.
Hold on. Don't you badmouth Tony Robbins.
You're Tony Robbins.
No, I
you get up and run naked amongst the deer at 5 a.m. like him and try to move your bowels in unison with the animals?
Okay, just so you know why I'm so positive, I just watched, I couldn't sleep the other day. So this is literally what I watched. And just so you know, first I watched The Incredibles. The fucking animated movie. Great movie. Yeah. Then I said, I was really tired. Like, I want to go to sleep. So I watched Bear League. This is true shit.
Really?
Yeah, I was trying to get
back-to-back films.
To go to sleep.
It doesn't stop. And which I was like, oh, Jimmy was in this. He was fucking great in it.
Yeah.
All right. Then third, I said, oh, fuck, I still can't sleep. I watched Rocky 4. Then I watched Rocky 5. and I was like, I am just ready to
Rocky
take the
V,
world
you're
on.
out.
Oh, dude, it still didn't put
Wait,
me
you
to
had
sleep.
Beer League on DVD? It happened to be on.
No, I was on demand watching. It was a free on demand shit. It wasn't. I
Well,
didn't take
thank
any
you.
of
I
it.
owe you money. I'm glad to be in that lineup of The Incredibles and Rocky.
Oh no,
IV.
you were at the point where I really wanted to go to sleep. Like,
It would have been
I
really
need
funny if he
something
loaded
shitty.
up on just Artie Lang films.
Oh no!
I always
Elf.
wanted to do that at Artie Lang Film Festival. You know, Dirty Work and Beer League would run consecutively. Elf, one scene, but I can technically say Elf. And I got 4 scenes in Old School. You know,
There you were.
4 rooms.
That was a hit.
Were you in 4 rooms?
The 4th floor.
The 4th floor. I'm
That's
way
a
off.
drama. That's my dramatic performance. I play the killer in a film, in a murder mystery.
But I was done. I'm all fucking hopped up on positivity. I can't even
Man,
see
what the
things.
fuck?
I know it's fucking weird. I'm looking at it as like, no, the working guy is not a stiff today. He's working hard. He's bringing home cash for his family.
Oh, shut up with that.
He enjoys his mopping job.
You want to be Chris Rock? Of course, we all do.
Since you just said
marry somebody different.
Your friends were shitting on you on Twitter and all that.
Yeah.
I'll add on. You feel really good right now. You should take a look at your waist.
That was
Jesus.
just mean, Joe.
I'm
That was
sorry.
just. He's making good points.
I can't laugh at you. I can't laugh at you. Look at my way. Joe's the thin guy in the room.
Joe looks incredible in this room. In this room, Joe is the sexiest guy.
I'm the Incredibles. Sorry, I was bad.
That was terrible.
The sound guy just said yeah.
You just played Jumami Happy. That's my cleaning woman. She's probably not going to get here. Another minority who's late. Is probably not going to get here on time. I wanted to maybe interview her next time, but Selma. I love Selma to death. I was talking about her before. She's an older woman, but I love her to death. And she can't speak any English. She's Mexican. But she has a 10-year-old son who, when I talk on the phone, he interprets for her. And it's hilarious because he's very Americanized. So he's like, my mother needs Clorox, paper towels. She needs some more rags to wipe. Hang on a second. Yeah, she needs 2 things of Clorox. Dos de Clorox. 2 Cloroxes. All right, just have it for her when she's there. All right, thanks. But what? Okay, she's done. Thank you. Jumami happy.
Well, Artie doesn't understand technology, but when she gets here, just interview her. We're not on a live show. I don't feel you got the equipment.
No, I don't feel like it.
It has to be when we're doing it.
That's where my laziness comes from.
You don't need a 45-minute interview with Selma.
Dude, she's not Bill
Do a
Cosby.
tight
She's
10.
not Bill Cosby. It's not going to be a story.
What would you ask Bill? If you could sit Bill down and ask him a question,
I'd say, what did you put in my drink?
But
are you woozy too? That's my first question.
Dan might know the answer to this. I think
afraid-
Felicia Rashad came out and spoke on
All
Cosby.
the
What did she
frauds
say?
on that show are because Felicia Rashad came out and said these women are delusional, but they don't know why.
Oh, she stood for
goes,
Cosby.
Yeah.
Of course. She goes, they're tearing down a legacy, and then here's the big thing. She doesn't know why. No one gives the motive of why these women would do that. She goes, I don't know why they're doing it, but they're just tearing down a legacy. They're doing it. And, of course, she defends the wife like she's a tough woman, no pushover. It's all politically correct. Rehearsed bullshit.
I'm going to say
I don't know why
this.
they're still afraid of that asshole Cosby. They don't work for him anymore.
I think I can say this for most of the black community. I'm going to say at least more than 50%. He is not our OJ. We don't really give a fuck that much. We like, oh, that's fucked up. But we like, after this many allegations, he raped at least a couple of those bitches. Like, he had to.
Well, I love the people who go, maybe it was only 5 or 6. I'm like, well, that's like the people who say the Holocaust was only 2 million. I'm like, really? What are we so upset about?
Yeah,
only 2 million? Jesus. I mean, something bad is going on.
My other question is comedians are always, you get on stage, you talk about, is he ignoring? He's still performing.
No,
is he going on?
no,
did he stop completely?
Well, he not up to him. They
Stacy's getting
canceled
fucked,
the
yeah.
show.
But I thought there was a couple of shows where he still
He hasn't
did them.
performed in a while. He was supposed
Right
to.
after, he was smashing in Florida. They
Yeah,
said.
he was supposed to perform in Florida, and the theaters canceled him. And since then, about a month ago, he hasn't performed. No one will give him a gig.
There had to have been some gigs that were during the crossover, though, where everybody knew, but he was still performing. I remember seeing them.
That's why I love my agent, Rich Super, no matter what I do wrong. And he has to deal with a lot of controversial shit that comes out of my stupid mouth. Rich is always positive. If he was Bill Cosby's agent, he'd go, Bill, this is nothing, going to blow over. Going to blow over. I say we do a play. I say we do a cruise ship play. I say we do a cruise ship play off of Indonesia where they're not going to know nothing. You put a quick $50K in your pocket, swing over to Rome. They don't know anything in Rome. You do Rome, put a quick 30 lira in your pocket. Then we swing by London. It'll blow over. By the time you're back here in 2 months, no one's going to give a shit what these bitches are saying.
That's so great.
We swing over. We do a Madison Square Garden play. You sell out the Garden. It's big news. You put a quick $200K in your pocket. What do you say? Get back to me.
I got the money so quick.
That's Rich Soup.
What would Principato say if he was his manager?
Artie, it's Peter. I read some of the accusations, and I don't believe them for one. I've seen you around women. You're nothing but a gentleman. My Peter stories are great. I love Peter's such a nice guy. He's my manager for 10 years, but
nothing but a gentleman.
He makes me and Chris look like I don't know. Name a thin guy.
I was going to say Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey in the movie where he was HIV positive.
Right.
The Dallas Buyers Club.
In Dallas Buyers Club. As a Giant fan, we call it Dallas Cowboys Club.
Or to make it even grosser, the last 10 minutes of that movie. I think he dies at the end, so he's probably at his thinnest.
By the way, the baloney tits, Chris Christie might be going to Lambeau Field. Just, oh, God, it's just so sickening. There's a picture of him trading tweets with the governor of Wisconsin, and that would be an interesting story that made sense if Christie were the governor of Texas. But he's not. He's the Jersey governor fucking sending to the college. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, there he is. There's a picture of the two of them. Oh, look at Christie. Just an asshole Cowboy fan. That's what he is. All right. So look for baloney-titted Christie at the fucking game. I really... Packers, I do like the Packers. Brian Jones, our football expert, yesterday agreed. Packers given 6 in Green Bay. That's going to be tough for the Cowboys. Cowboys did not look great last week, man. The Lions should have won that game. Chris, your thoughts? You're a former player. Nose guard.
Sneaks up on
you. Went both ways. Said you went both ways in high school?
I did go both ways.
Yeah. Nose guard and cocksucker?
No. No, yeah, dude. I don't fuck the Cowboys, dude.
Yeah, I just want Green Bay to beat them easy.
So you're putting money. I'm guessing you're going Cowboy. You're going to pick the Cowboys.
I like Packers.
You're taking the Packers.
Packers, Seattle. I'm only making.
That's the only two games.
Not touching the AFC. I don't like either game. I'm Packers. I'm Seattle.
Nice.
I like it. So anyway, here we go. Matthew McConaughey has these inexplicable commercials out for Lincoln. It looks like Lincoln said, look, say whatever the fuck you want, because he's so powerful now, and he won, the Oscar. And the Lincoln, God knows what they're paying him. How much do you got to pay an Oscar winner to do Lincoln?
A lot.
He's got to get a piece of the company, right? I mean, look, we'll give you a piece of Lincoln. Something like that.
He owns the company.
Maybe, to do these commercials. But they had to say, look, just riff. Just write them yourself. It's a pothead rambling. And they had to say, the Lincoln executives, when they heard this, probably like, sounds great, Matt. Sounds great. Like bullshitting him to death. They probably didn't know what to do.
Making that face soon he turns around like, oh, God.
They're like, we paid him this money. We have to air these. So here's an example of the first one.
And just so you know, I love Matthew McConaughey. I was a huge rom-com fan.
Listen, just if he died right after Dazed and Confused, he'd be one of my favorite actors. that fucking stoner he plays. Yeah.
Hey, Artie, all right.
Be a lot cooler if you had.
I love Artie Lang.
They still get shit like that.
Great
So
man.
here we go. There's one of the Lincoln commercials, Matthew McConaughey. The music.
Too dramatic. Too fucking dramatic for a car commercial.
I've been driving a Lincoln since long before anybody paid me to drive one. I didn't do it to be cool. I didn't do it to make a statement. I just liked it.
What? Jesus Christ.
That's the whole thing. That's the whole ad.
The executives at Lincoln are like, Matthew, I don't think we got the whole tape. I know it's in his deal probably where he gets to do it in his garage naked. Like he doesn't want to go in. Like, no, that's the whole thing, baby. Oh, that's the whole commercial. No, it's kind of short. Now, did you hear the music in the beginning? That's my buddy's band. My buddy has a band called Tangerine Dream.
I remember Tangerine Dream. That's who it sounds like.
That sounds like that could be the speech on Reservoir Dogs when he had him tied up. Like that's how creepy that shit came out.
Talking into an ear that he cut off. Yeah, I've been driving a Lincoln long before anyone paid me to drive a Lincoln. That's how much I love Lincoln. What was he, a town car driver?
Oh man, you fucking.
Let's hear another one.
I love
That's a big bull.
Wait, go back.
Yeah, start over. What the fuck?
Joe with excellent comedic.
I'm sorry. I love the dead air.
Set up the. There's a bowl. What's the visual?
It starts out
When you say bowl, what do you mean bowl?
like a bowl.
A bull.
Bull.
Yeah.
Not a bowl. I think it's a bull.
Bull.
Okay, a bull.
A big bull.
All right. That's what he's looking at.
That's a big bull. I think that's old Cyrus.
What the fuck is he saying?
1,800 pounds and do whatever the heck I want.
He's gonna fuck the bull.
I can respect that.
The worst shit ever.
Take the long way, huh? Thank you, Cyrus.
What the fuck was that?
Matthew, it's Irving and Ned over at Lincoln. Yeah, we got the bull one. Love it. Just we're just a couple of questions.
That's a big bull.
Couple of questions. The bull's name is Cyrus. That's right. That's right. You got it. Who's that, Ned? You guys at Lincoln? Don't you just love it? Me and my friends love this one. That's a bull. I see when I was a kid, I had a pet bull named Cyrus. And that's what this is based on. We just don't feel, we respect that. We just don't feel anyone's going to get it.
I think he had the Louis C.K. deal where it's like, I'm making the commercials.
Woody Allen and Louis C.K.
Yeah, you just, whatever I bring you, you gotta air them.
Listen, here's the deal. You put $10 million in a bag. You hand it off to my agent. And in 2 weeks, we'll give you 4 commercials for it.
There was so many mouth noises in that fucking commercial. Like, you just heard him.
That's a big bull. That looks like, that's old Cyrus. That's 1,800 pounds of nothing. Do whatever the hell I want. I've dated a few chicks who are 1,800 pounds and do whatever the hell I want.
That commercial was 80% mouth noise.
That's old Cyrus. Yeah. Yeah, so Ned, you happy with that over at Lincoln? I gotta go.
Now these aren't voiceovers; these are commercials. You're looking at video.
Yeah, he's driving the car.
He sees a bull while he's driving.
It starts with like the bull on the road.
It's
and
there.
I think he has to stop the vehicle because the bull is there blocking his way.
That's a bull shitting in my friend's mouth. We were driving a Lincoln down the road outside of Barstow, and the bull got in front of the car. I said, "That's old Cyrus." I'm driving the car, so I said to my friend Charlie, "Why don't you go get the bull out of the way?" The bull is now shitting in my friend's mouth. Yeah! I said, "Charlie's in trouble. I'm not getting out of this Lincoln."
This sounds like shitty long-form improv. I'm just looking at like, the joke's coming.
This is an improv game we call World's Worst. World's worst Lincoln commercial. Go. All right, let's hear another one.
Sometimes you gotta go back to actually move forward. And I don't mean going back to reminisce or chase ghosts. I mean going back to see where you came from. Where you been, how you got here. See where you're going. I know there are those that say you can't go back. Yes, you can. Just have to look in the right place.
Music.
So intense.
And fade
No
out.
idea what he
I
said
feel like-
that last line.
I think it was Oscar Wilde who said, "If I could suck my own dick, I wouldn't leave the house."
I feel like Alex the Stoner was watching The Lion King and he wrote that for him.
It should be Alex the Stoner doing it.
You gotta go back.
You gotta go back. Hey, Artie, I just saw your special where you're wearing a jacket. Yeah, where you're wearing a jacket, and someone told me the driver who took you there was in a Lincoln. Yeah, sometimes you gotta go back to move forward. And I know some of you might be saying, Matthew, what the fuck are you smoking?
Dude.
I'm driving a Lincoln. That's all I know. Let's hear the last one.
It's not about hugging trees.
Of course not.
It's not about being wasteful either. You just gotta find that balance. Where taking care of yourself takes care of more than just yourself. That's the sweet spot.
That's a commercial for Lincoln.
Oh my God! It's not like a masturbation commercial.
It's not
Right
about
there.
hugging trees.
I like that opener. You can't argue with that opener though. It's not about hugging trees.
He's smoking trees. It's not about hugging trees, Ned. I love the two executives like, the hugging trees one, we got that as well. You're sure you don't want any rewrites on this? Nah, man. I pretty much nailed all these in one take.
Easiest money you ever made.
You give us, I know. Think about what they're paying him for that bullshit.
Ridiculous.
For him to
Nothing.
spew that pothead bullshit. I'm fucking a woman with my Oscar right now. There's an Oscar stuck in this stripper's twat. It ain't about hugging trees or fucking a stripper with an Academy Award.
We need to do an Artie on Coke version of the Lincoln commercial.
And I'll be like, it's not about hugging trees. We gotta go.
Artie's got powder all over
We
his
gotta go.
face.
We gotta go. Ned, my nose just fell off. Ned, my nose. Is Selma here? Yes. Bring her out here.
All right. I gotta go, guys. I'm gonna miss my son.
Oh, dude, you gotta fucking do
I
something.
know. We're gonna get the babysitter's gonna start next week. I promise.
Oh, that's funny.
You mommy happy. This is the sayer of that quote.
Oh, she's classic. You want her to take my spot?
Selma, come here. Say hi to the radio crowd, Selma.
She's too shy.
Just say hi.
She's fixing her hair like there's a video.
We're not on
They can't
TV.
see you. They can't see you.
No camera, Selma.
Yeah, we're not on camera. This
Hello.
is Selma.
Hello,
Selma, I
how you
love.
doing?
Selma's like she's like another mother to me, and she's been my cleaning woman for 14 years. Selma, say hi. Say hi to the crowd. Come on. Just say hello.
Hello, hi everybody.
Yes, say it to the mic.
Oh my goodness. Hi, I love Artie. Hi, how are you?
Oh, she loves me. That's the most she can do.
I got one question. Can I ask you something? One question? Can I ask you one question? What's the craziest shit you ever found in here?
Nah, she doesn't know what she's saying. She doesn't understand. She won't talk either. She's a good
I like that. You
Nah, she don't
good.
talk.
That's good.
Some don't rap, man. Some has seen some.
Me no rap.
In the drug days, believe me, she looked the other way. Believe me, some I understand will be like, no, nothing. I love Artie. I see nothing. I know nothing.
You can't trade off.
But the way she says I love Artie, it goes through me. It goes through. I melt. I love that woman. Her son's a little much. He's Americanized. All right, we'll end this because Joe has to go get his kid.
Oh, don't blame it on me though.
Well, we are blaming it on you. What else is there to blame it on? The Matthew, we'll get. Keep those. We'll get more observations about Matthew McConaughey.
I love these things.
I love that music.
You know what? Do me a favor. Play one of those short ones with the yeah at the end. With Joe Namath yeah at the end. See what that sounds like.
It's the real intense one.
I've been driving a Lincoln since long before anybody paid me to drive one.
Yeah!
I didn't do it to be cool.
Yeah!
I didn't do it to make a statement.
Yeah!
I just liked it.
That's good. Do a long one and add the years. Do the years throughout. That's what the commercial should be.
Joe Namath just walks in. He's a passenger.
That's a big bull. I think that's old Cyrus. 1,800 pounds and do whatever the heck I want. I can respect that. Take the long way, huh?
You know what it sounds like? Jumami happy. We gotta fuck with that. All day tomorrow we're gonna just do that with sound effects. No, you know what it sounds like? I just figured out what that music sounds like, that guitar. The scene in The Usual Suspects where they see Redfoot the fence when he drives up.
Oh, that's
ding,
funny.
ding, ding,
That
ding.
is
That's what it
fucking
sounds
hilarious.
like. We should have known better. Still, we should have known better. Everyone thought Redfoot was a nice guy, real good guy, tough guy, but still, we should have known better. All right, Joe Matarese, go get your kid. Great job again. Great first week, guys. Week 1 of the Artie Quitter podcast in the books. Thanks again to the fans. I love you all. The guys who called in and gave the stats. Snooki killing us. Of course, she does a free one. Snooki reads a lot of live commercials. So, but I appreciate all you guys. Love you. Maybe it'll be more of you next week. We'll be back Monday.
Plugs.
And Joe, do your plugs. Plug away. Come on, hurry up.
At the Joe Matarese.
You're fucking kid now.
At the Joe Matarese. Follow me on Twitter, but Artie likes to just say everything for me is at joematarese.com.
No,
the podcast.
plug whatever you want.
The podcast is all on joematarese.com. And
Fixin' Joe
the Twitter
is the podcast.
Is at the Joe Matarese. Come and see me the 23rd and 24th of January at Busted Gut Comedy Club in Toms River, New Jersey.
Right.
See you
Yeah,
later.
Chris, go ahead.
At Cotton215 on Twitter and Instagram. CinecityComedy.com plus Cine City Comedy Podcast. It's a great podcast. Check that out. It's free. We're nowhere near Snooki numbers.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
check
Nobody
that out.
is.
So check that out. Thank you.
Great. And again, Saraville sold out, so I'm going to go to the Borgata. I'm at the Borgata Valentine's Day. Borgata in Atlantic City Valentine's Day. That'll sell out pretty quick. They're usually good to me there. And February 19th, 20th, and 21st, I'm at Cobb's in San Francisco. So check those out. Of course, Artie Quitter, one word, .com. And Artie Quitter's how you sign up for this podcast. Thanks, James Flippin. Christian Joe, thanks again. Chicago, Dan Filato. Tan Filato, thank you. The callers, the listeners, I love you all. 1 week in the books, guys. We'll be back Monday. I love you. Artie Quitter, Artie Lang saying, take care, brush your hair.